Hi guys, this is Nicole Glass, and in this video I'm going to talk about how you can turn an editorial stock photo into a commercial stock photo. For those of you who are new to stock photography, you might be wondering, how can I upload photos of people and places without model or property releases? And it's a valid question. I made a video about that in the past, which you can check out below. But to answer it simply, you can upload some of those photos as editorial images. Now, if you have the option to upload a photo as a commercial image, you will often want to do that. Commercial images can be used by buyers for a larger number of purposes than editorial images can. People often ask me, can I make more money with commercial images? And that's not an easy one to answer because honestly, I do have a lot of editorial images that make more money than my commercial images, but that is simply because they are downloaded in larger quantities. But commercial images do have the potential to earn more because buyers can use them for a larger number of purposes. So there's potential, but that potential is not always reached. It really just depends on your image, what people want to use it for, how in demand it is, all of that. Anyway, let's say you want to take an image like this one and turn it into a commercial image. What do you need to do? Well, in this case, I'm using a picture of someone you might know holding a camera. And there's 3 things I did to sell myself commercially. 1, I removed the Canon logo off the camera using Photoshop. Commercial images are not allowed to contain any brand names, logos, product names, etc. 2, I removed the logo of the company that made my awesome hat. 3, I signed my own model release form and I had a witness sign it as well. After doing these 3 things, I uploaded this photo of myself as a commercial image. So I guess I am selling myself. Here's another video about that in case you want to check that one out. In order to upload and sell your stock photos as commercial images, you want to always make sure that there's no visible brand names, logos, anything like that. So that means editing logos off of clothing if you see any, removing license plate information off of cars, removing the logos of models off of the cars, perhaps removing signs from images, anything like that. You just have to really look at all the little details of your images. Photoshop is your friend. If you have a beautiful landscape photo but a person kind of walked into your photo, you'll definitely want to Photoshop that person out of the image. Or you could just go up to that person and ask them to sign a model release form for you, which if they're a stranger could be really awkward and creepy. Again, Photoshop is your best bet. If your image is taken on a recognizable property of some sort, you will probably need a property release form, unless it's some sort of major tourist attraction that's not on Shutterstock's restrictions list. Definitely always check that list. Or a random place that cannot be identified. Properties can get really tricky. But overall, if you want to upload photos as commercial images, you want to try to take these photos in ways that will require as little photoshopping as possible. So if you're photographing models, tell them to wear something that will not have you sitting on your computer for hours removing all the logos. Or if you're photographing a place, maybe try to photograph that place from an angle that will not have you sitting there editing out all the little people in the background or trying to remove license plate information from cars, unless of course you want the cars in the photo. But again, you can turn those potential editorial photos into commercial photos by doing some Photoshop work. And if you really want to, you probably can get release forms. You can remove logos and license plate information. It all just takes more work. Anyway, that's it for today. Due to this whole staying at home scenario that many of us are currently finding ourselves in, I have a lot more time on my hands to make these videos. Stick around for more. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you want to learn more about commercial versus editorial images, then you will definitely want to check out this video if you haven't already. Take care and see you next time.